We're live on Lunch Break Live with Sergeant Vegan.
Yeah, we're about to make some vegan cheesecake. You already have the recipe. I'm going to look at it for reference sake. There it is. You guys have it already. So here are our ingredients. We got, well, this could have been diet cream cheese, but I'm using the Trader Joe's variety.
And that's vegan cream cheese.
Of course,
Let's
vegan
see
cream
it.
cheese.
Show it real tight. Show it tight. Hold it steady.
Vegan
there we go.
cream
Cream cheese. And you got that from Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
My girlfriend loves that vegan cream cheese.
We got some vegan sugar.
Okay. Now, what's vegan sugar?
So, most sugar is vegan. However, it's good to know that it doesn't have bone char in it. So this is
Let me see. I've
bone
never seen
char
that.
free.
You're covering it.
Oops,
Pull
sorry.
it open. There we go.
Yes,
Pull it
ma'am.
open. Now, you just taught me something. I did not know about bone char free sugar. I had heard of it, but I never knew that there was a product that actually said, hey, this is bone char free. It's Zolka. Where did you get this?
This I bought at Ralph's for $2 American.
Woo!
Not expensive.
Wow.
Not a big investment.
Way to go, Ralph's, to have the bone char free sugar.
And you can buy it any Whole Foods has stuff like that too. However, $2 is a very good price point, I believe, for this. It's going to last you many years to come.
Now, I just want to, before we go, you were a paratrooper. Just tell us.
Yes, ma'am. I was with the 173rd Airborne. I spent a year in Afghanistan, 2005 to 2006. I've been vegan since 1992. For those that don't feel like doing math, that's 26 years.
So you were vegan in Afghanistan.
That is correct.
Woo! Way to go. So anybody who says, oh, it's hard to be vegan, nonsense. This man was vegan in Afghanistan serving in the US military. Okay, now this is the vegan cheesecake. Check this out. You're going to dress it up, so give it a little dressing.
You got it. So,
and then we're going to show you how to make it. This is the done deal.
That's Ready Whip. Now there's a vegan Ready Whip.
Woo! Look at that. Non-dairy almond milk Ready Whip.
So hopefully there's enough. I have been...
We are making vegan cheesecake. And actually, it's been made.
It has been made. We're going to be making a...
That was done like a guy.
Yeah. Oh, like
that was done like a guy.
And we're doing the blueberry. So...
Yeah.
Yes, I've already washed my hands.
Yes,
for those.
I watched him. I can testify. He washed his hands very, very carefully. We are making vegan cheesecake. Now, he made the cheesecake last night because it would take about an hour to make.
It's an hour bake.
An hour bake. So you're seeing the baked actual finished product, but then we are going to show you right now how to do it. You don't even need to write anything down. It's that simple. Okay.
Yes.
Let's get cooking, good looking.
Thank you. We're going to start with this awesome vegan cheese. We're going to put that in there.
Oh, in the... Cuisinart.
In the Cuisinart. So
I see you bought your this Cuisinart looks like it was in Afghanistan with you.
It was actually. Just kidding. You don't need a Cuisinart. I want to make this perfectly clear. You don't need a Cuisinart. You do not need a Vitamix. However, they're wonderful. But if you have a Cuisinart, use it.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you could just use.
Most people have some kind of blender, either a Vitamix or a Cuisinart or a Bullet or a
Yeah, and that works.
They have really inexpensive bullets now that you literally... Sometimes I like the Bullet the best because it's fast.
It's easy, yeah.
Real easy. So there you go. So you're putting a whole cream cheese, and you're going to do another one?
Oh, yeah, we're doing 2 of these.
2 of these puppies.
So with the book, I don't specifically say the size. However, this is a 9-ounce.
Now, wait a second. You're telling me you got the vegan crust right here? And
Oh, I did.
Okay, so let's go.
Super lazy style.
See, one of the things that I like is that you're teaching us that there is a way to do things vegan with everyday products.
Being vegan in 2018 couldn't be easier. And as far as the cost point goes...
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper, too.
Yeah. Now, I want to show this. Keebler. Okay, now, when I look at Keebler, I think, well, not a vegan company, but accidentally vegan.
Accidentally vegan.
And look at this. This is not even that fattening, 130 calories. So, per serving, I don't know how many servings, but basically, you can have your real fabulous America's #1 crumb crust, and it's vegan. Way to go, Keebler. We want to give props to companies that are vegan, whether it's accidentally or intentionally. that's a vegan product.
Something I would like to point out, watch for honey, just in case you're buying a knockoff brand. I looked at a whole bunch of knockoff brands, and often I'm able to find one without the honey.
Yeah.
Last night at Target, that's French for, of course, Target, I did not see one without honey, so I went back to Keebler.
Good. Okay, great. And
There you go.
I'll say that because I love ice cream, vegan ice cream.
Yeah.
I like to have it in a cone, and they do have vegan cones. You gotta look hard, but you will find a vegan cone.
Gotta read the ingredients.
Yeah. Okay. Read the ingredients. That's the message. So what do we got here?
So right now, I put both containers of vegan
Cream
cheese in here.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna make what's called a slurry.
A slurry.
A slurry.
It
So I'm gonna
sounds
be
like
using.
a military maneuver.
It certainly does, but I'm going to be using cornstarch.
Whoa. Okay. Argo cornstarch. Again, vegan.
And it's vegan. Let me look at the ingredients for you. Cornstarch.
Cornstarch. Yeah. So another accidentally vegan company.
Yeah.
Argo.
So you
vegan.
can use any brand you want as long as it just says cornstarch and not some crazy
All right.
nonsense on top of that.
All right.
So again, I'm going to consult this.
And this is your book that you wrote
This
called
is
Vegan,
Vegan
Strong.
Woo! All day long. The whole
Vegan
point
strong.
of this is just to make vegan very easy and to show how easy it can be, which it is super easy. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to set this oven to 350 degrees.
Oh.
It's going to be more simulating because...
Okay.
So I'm
All
going
right.
to simulate, set this
Do you
to
know how to
350.
set it? We might have to get that
Yeah.
snarky vegan girl out. She's working today in her office, but here's the finished product. See
Yeah,
if you can do it.
we don't need to really set it. I'm
Oh, okay.
simulating setting it.
Simulating.
But when you're making this
Is that
at
like
home,
a military exercise where you don't really
yeah, we're not
declare
actually
war?
shooting anybody. We're not actually doing anything. So you're going to set your home oven for 350.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
some ovens may vary. Mine, 350 worked fine. Okay, so you set it. You're getting that warm. You got the cream cheese in here. We're going to make a slurry. You're going to get a separate
bowl.
separate bowl. We're going to
Yeah.
get our corn.
Now, do you need a bigger bowl?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
I'm going to take 1.5 tablespoons of this here cornstarch
Okay.
and put
All
that
right.
in there. So here, again,
right.
cornstarch.
You need a table, measuring cup, or you
got
got it.
the-
You
got-
got it. You came with
already-
with your gear.
Yep.
Okay.
Sergeant Vegan
Sorry.
comes first. Hey, totally
Had a
no
little-
worries.
Yes.
So,
Okay. There you go. All right. Okay.
so 1
What is that? One what?
tablespoon. So in the book, I use I differentiate between, and as you can see, this is kind of like kind of rock and roll
Yeah.
measuring.
So
1.5.
1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch.
And then 1/8 cup of almost said sugar.
Vegan sugar.
No, sorry, 1/8 cup of water. So that's a fourth. So we're gonna say about that is a
Okay,
1/8.
go for it. Go for it. And again, we're here live with Sergeant Vegan. Last night, Sergeant Vegan went on a mission to make a vegan cheesecake, and this is the result of that mission. We're going to do a drone shot over the vegan cheesecake and show you how it's covered with non-dairy Ready Whip. Now they have almond milk Ready Whip. Way to go, Ready Whip. So many companies coming out with veganized versions of their products.
Oh, I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So spoon, cornstarch. We're gonna
Oh, with the water. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
making
a
sort of-
slurry. It's kind of a
slurry.
suspension.
Got it.
So could you put this all? You get this
Yeah.
out of the way. Could you put all this together and just throw it in there?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. However,
You'd
this is
rather-
the when I
yes.
went to culinary school. This is how I learned to do it. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. Now, if people want other products and they want to use them, go ahead.
Exactly.
Sergeant Vegan's showing you the basic
thank you.
outline here. If you want to make sure that your cornstarch is 100% non-GMO, we applaud that. We're trying to show you that this stuff is available in the store. And please also reserve some of that outrage over GMO for products that have animals in them.
Bingo.
Okay, yes. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. So next step, we're gonna put 3/4 cup of sugar in here.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Maybe if I was at home, maybe I might bite this open, but instead I'm going to. I'm
All
gonna do
right,
things
so
the right way.
3/4 of a cup of sugar.
Yeah.
There we
Pour,
go.
pour,
And again,
pour,
this
pour.
is bone char free sugar.
Yeah.
I have never seen that before, and now I will make sure to definitely go for where it says right there, bone char free. Bone char free.
Basically, what it is a lot of sugar is processed through bone char, which is gross. Now, does it actually have it in it after? Maybe not, and that's the discussion.
No, I understand.
We're just trying to do the best we can.
We try to do the best we
3/4
can.
cup.
There we go. Oh, Debbie Chu says, so excited. Sergeant Vegan
Yay.
and Jane are both coming to the Central Coast Veg Fest.
Yay, we are.
We are going to be there together. Maybe we should do a military maneuver and roll out together on that mission to the Central Coast Veg Fest, Sergeant Vegan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you could say that you're my military escort, and we can just go up there without stopping at any traffic lights.
Oh, it sounds good.
Okay. Now, what's this?
This is the slurry we just made. We're going to dump this in here.
Okay. So once again, we've got 2 entire containers of vegan cream cheese from Trader Joe's. We've got some sugar that's bone char free. We've got cornstarch and water so far. That's it. And again, this Cuisinart was brought from Afghanistan, where it's served proudly. Okay, go ahead.
So we're going to place that on here.
Yeah.
And
whoa! Look at that! Woo! Look at that! That's fantastic! You're making the cream cheese right there! Woo!
so, yes, it's definitely true that nowadays you could buy this in the store, but I learned this recipe 10 years ago, 2008, right at the time of culinary school. You couldn't just go to a store and get vegan cheesecake. There was no Daya at that point. So this was out of necessity. However, it makes a bigger product than Daya. Daya, if you're listening here, I love your stuff, but it's kind of small. So
well, you're a big guy.
Yeah.
See, for me, that's the selling point, so I don't eat too much of it.
This right here will feed a family of 4 or 5. I mean,
that
shouldn't be your dinner.
No, it often is. I like the sweets. This is so fabulous. Look at this. Sergeant Vegan. Vegan strong.
Vegan strong. So,
okay.
So right here we got the cheesecake mixture. We're going to open this up. And remember, vegan cheesecake, there is no animal products in here whatsoever.
Okay. And we're going to open up the vegan the vegan crust. Now, I know some people are like, we want non-GMO. Okay, you can make whatever crust you want.
Sure, you could totally do that. When I first learned how to do this, basically what I did not have the ready-made vegan crust. What we did was we took vegan graham cracker. We put it in usually a Vitamix, or you could just take your hands and smash it, but not necessarily Vitamix or something like that. Pulverized it, added a little bit of trace amount of water, and then we formed it into a pan like this.
All right, let's do it.
Spring pour, but this makes it easier. And honestly, 2018, the takeaway should be vegan is super easy and for everyone.
We want it to be perfect, but the first thing is let's not kill any animals in the process. So we're doing the best we can. All right, let's get going.
We're going.
All right, now we're taking. Now do it so that we can see what you're doing.
Okay. So I'm going to stand here.
Yeah. And we're
maneuver
going to
this
get
in
all
here.
that
Get
vegan cream
in there.
cheese. Again, that's the product of what was put in the Cuisinart, which is 2 containers of vegan cream cheese from Trader Joe's, plus a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch mixed with some water, plus vegan sugar, and that's pretty much it. And then it all went into the Cuisinart, and Darla Tilly says, vegan strong, veganuary, vegan is the future. Yes, it is.
It's actually the present, too.
Oh, yeah.
I just went last night to Carl's Jr. and got a Beyond Burger. Now, Carl's Jr., not what I think of as a vegan spot.
Yeah.
Everyone in the whole place was wearing Beyond Meat shirts. Obviously not probably not intentionally, but that was the Carl's Jr. thing that now they're pushing it.
Fantastic.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful, and we're doing a taste test of that on Monday.
Ooh, I just did mine.
Break Blood. You should join us again.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, join us again. We'd love to have you. And that is absolutely a great, fantastic. Basically development, and look at this. Look at you go. I am so impressed.
So this puffs up pretty well. And
okay, Page Persons Roach wants to know, how did you possibly eat vegan in the military when you were serving in Afghanistan?
So, contrary to maybe popular belief, they don't force you to eat anything. However, what it is lack of options. The options very limited. Not a lot of culinary delights, lots of PBJ. However, if it's something you care about and you want to remain true to it, you can be vegan in the military.
Well, I'm sure in Afghanistan you could get fruits and vegetables too, right?
Yes, and there was a site called anysoldier.com that went on, said that I was vegan, said, hey, I could use some extra stuff, and the response was incredible. People were like, wow, this guy's deployed in Afghanistan. We have trouble in California finding vegan stuff. Again, this is, at this point, maybe 13 years ago. But
yeah. So people sent you, good-hearted people
sent
just
me
sent you vegan
tons
food.
of stuff, and reaction
wonderful.
was just absolutely awesome.
How wonderful. That is a great story. All right, I think it's time for the taste test. Now, wait a second. You take this.
You're going to take this and put this in the oven for 350 for about an hour, or until it turns a nice golden brown. So everybody's oven is different. At about, bless you, at about minute 45, start checking it. If it's still super pasty white like it is now, okay, leave it in a little longer. If it's
so you want it to have like a little, like almost like a creme brulee kind of
that's how the top looks. It's nice and brown. Then take it out. So in my oven, I made this. I wrote the book at a different point while I was in Florida. This recipe comes. It was at about an hour for that oven. At this point, at my oven back in Culver City, it's at about minute 58.
Okay, so 1 hour. One
Yeah.
hour at 350.
Yeah.
You pop this in for 1 hour at 350, and it should be perfection. I'm going to taste test. So, Sergeant Vegan, come around here.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Can
please,
I cut you off a piece
please,
and plate you?
I'll do that. But
Okay,
here,
perfect.
just hold it
I'm just
and
gonna
don't
hold it.
play with it. Just
That's-
get me in the camera and just let it go. Okay? So you're going to see that I'm coming in there, and I am going to taste test.
Yeah.
And you know what I love about Sergeant Vegan? His voice is just as loud as mine, if not louder, and that makes me happy because I love soft-spoken people. I wish I was one of them, but it's nice on Jane Unchained to have somebody who is nice and strong voice. So listen, I'm washing my hands again for the trolls, nobody else, and let me see here. I'm wondering if I have a cake, something or other. We'll figure it out. I'm sure I have it there, but let's just I'm gonna do this, like, use my imagination. How am I gonna make this nice and pretty and get this nice little taste of this? So this is a nice sharp spatula, and then from that spatula I will be able to just take a plate, and we're gonna just very carefully pop that out. Look how pretty that is. Woo! I cannot wait to try it. All right, here you go. Now, hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, so here we go. We're going to taste test this vegan cream cheese with the graham cracker crust. This is good. Hell yes. Wow, you did an incredible job. This is delicious. What I like about it is it's tasty, but it's not overwhelmingly sweet. Like sometimes pastries and pies are so sweet that you can only have a couple of bites and then you start going into sugar shock. But this is absolutely delicious. It's creamy. Oh my gosh. It's creamy. I want to learn I want to make this. This is one of these dishes where I looked at it and said, I can do that. It's not that complicated.
My sister, who's not vegan yet, loves this and says it tastes like kind of like an easy bake or no bake cheesecake.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the future. Again, super easy. Everybody likes it. Nobody feels like they're missing anything.
Nobody's missing anything. The only you're missing is if you're not vegan, your ongoing contribution to climate change and cruelty. It's unnecessary. If you can have a gorgeous cheesecake like this without taking a baby cow away from her mother, because that's what happens. For us to drink cow's milk, a mother has to be separated right after birth from her baby. The mother screams and grieves, and the babies scream and grieve, and the boys are sometimes killed or they're put in veal crates. So think about it. If we're going to drink all that milk from cows, guess who can't drink it? The babies. People forget that cows have to be pregnant to produce milk. Milk doesn't come from milk trees. It comes from cows. Those cows have to be pregnant, and they are forcibly impregnated, aka you know what, with a fist.
Yep.
It's a horror show from beginning to end, and there's no need. Even Ready Whip. Let's hear it for Ready Whip.
Yay!
Putting out an almond version, a non-dairy version of Ready Whip. This is fantastic. We need to applaud the companies when they do the right thing. Ready Whip, thumbs up. All right, I want you to talk a little bit about your book.
Sure thing.
I'm taking this cheesecake with me because it's so good. But come on around, and thank you for that, Sergeant.
Sure. Hashtag milk trees. I love that.
Milk trees.
No, but it's true. People have this idea that if you eat animal products, and that it just comes, it's natural, or that it just miracles itself there, and just like to forget about all the cruelty that's inherent in it.
Yeah.
So, Vegan Strong, the concept behind Vegan Strong, I wanted a...
It's a field manual.
Exactly. I wanted something that could make everybody, no matter where you're coming from, what your political ideology, whatever your food ideology, wherever you are on any spectrum, to say, okay, what are the essentials that you need to go vegan and do it successfully?
Yeah.
No nonsense. Take away a lot of the extra stuff that's always there, and that's what Vegan Strong is. I boiled all that down. I let all the extra nonsense evaporate, and that's the book.
Yeah. Now, somebody wants to know where the recipe is. Well, first of all,
So it's in page. If you have the book,
yeah, we'll
page
provide a link.
149.
We
But
will provide a link to this
Yeah.
book, but we're also going to
provide the recipe.
provide the recipe on janeunchained.com.
Yep.
Because we put all of these videos on janeunchained.com, and then we blast them out to the media and to LinkedIn and Instagram. So what would you like to say to men who somehow have been brainwashed to believe that veganism is not masculine, that it's masculine to eat animals? And please address this, because
Sure thing.
I don't think you can get more manly than Sergeant Vegan, who
I would
served in Afghanistan.
I would say don't believe the hype. The strongest man in Germany, 2011, Patrick Boumian, was vegan while he did it. There's a movie that's going to be coming out called Game Changers about vegans who are Olympians, vegans who are weightlifters. Now, I don't know about you guys, but everyone can do this, and it's super easy. It's easy to build muscle. Protein comes from plants, not from animals. It doesn't make sense to have to kill the animal, get the secondhand protein. You can get that directly from plants and be healthier without the cholesterol. And as someone who works in the medical field, I see what happens when you've been eating bad stuff. You don't last. We have 60-year-olds who are already dying of heart failure. Nowadays, you could live to 80, 90 years old.
My mother lived to 99 and a half
There you go.
on a mostly 99.999% vegan diet.
There you go. Now, that is not to say, to be fair to everything medical science, hey, genetics plays a big part. Hey, where you live plays a big part. But what you do plays a giganticer part. And yes, I'm making that into a word, giganticer.
Well, I think you're my hero. Sergeant Vegan, a real man is about kindness. And, if we could go through life causing less suffering, why wouldn't we? That's Gene Bauer of Farm Sanctuary.
Whoa, thank you.
Yeah, and, Gene's another great guy. And he's in great shape, and he's running marathons and triathlons. And so this is just all nonsense being fed to men to get them to spend their good hard-earned money.
Very true. And some people are gonna counter that what we're talking about is propaganda. We're talking about the animals and stuff. But every time you turn on the TV and you get a Wendy's or a Burger King or any fast food thing, got the meat, something like that, you're getting propaganda. Everything is propaganda and being pushed at you. This message of not killing the planet, not killing animals, that you can't say it's propaganda as much as we're just trying to get the word out to say you don't need to do that. For a very long time, doctors endorsed a meat diet. Why? Well, hey, when we say practice medicine for a reason, people don't 100% know some of the time, even when they have a highfalutin medical degree. Number one. Number two, think about this. The medical industry diagnosed cancer, very, very, very late lung cancer. And for a certain point in time, even up to the 50s and 60s, they were still endorsing cigarettes.
Oh, yeah,
saying,
there were doctors doing TV commercials, ad commercials with cigarettes, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And, here's the thing. Doctors get very little training in nutrition. That's why physicians committee.
3-credit course.
Yeah, that's it. And that course is also slanted because it's all these institutions are basically controlled by the meat and dairy industry. The USDA is controlled by the meat and dairy industry. I mean, we are feeding processed meats to school kids, and the World Health Organization has officially determined that processed meat causes cancer.
Yep.
That's not an animal activist saying it. It's the World Health Organization. And they still feed this food to kids because it's the industry. Follow the money. Always follow the money. So I just think what your message is absolutely fantastic. So as we wrap up, one more message for the men out there who think that to be a man, you got to eat animals.
Go vegan and stay vegan strong.
Yeah.
Vegan is for everyone in 2018. It's not for the elite. It's not for super bougie. It's not for just people who live in California. I've traveled all over the States. I've traveled to 47 countries. Everyone can be vegan.
And let me say this, since we're talking about manliness, not to be too explicit, but when arteries start getting clogged, they get clogged systemically.
Yep.
And so the artery to the heart, which causes heart disease, is a large artery. So guess what is a precursor to heart disease? Erectile dysfunction,
ED.
which is from eating animal products because cholesterol is what clogs all our vessels.
Yep.
So I hear erectile dysfunction commercials all the time. When I turn on the radio, I'm like driving around. I'm like, my God, does every guy in this country have erectile dysfunction?
So even if you don't care about the animals, even if you don't care about the planet, think about wanting to have sex in your 60s and 70s. Eat healthier. Eat without cholesterol. You can do it. It's super easy. I can't stress that enough. It's super easy.
All right. Well, I want to say, Sergeant Vegan. Oh, wait. What about a salute?
Not out of uniform.
You know what? Oh, that's good. You're sticking to the program. All right. Here we go. The book is Vegan Strong, and we made this incredible. He made this incredible vegan cheesecake, and you see that I took a slice out of it. But there it is. You can make it too. We're going to be providing the recipe on janeunchained.com when we post this. And we want to say thank you for joining us. And peace begins on your plate.